James Thurber is the director of the Center for Congress and the Presidency at American University. He said the press will be Hillary Clinton's biggest opposition to win the presidential election among all other challenges in an interview with Xinhua News Agency on Tuesday.
There's no other opposition that's serious, and so the press will be her opposition, and she has to do a better job, in my opinion, of being open and more warm with the press, which means she's more warm with the American people. She does have a lot of money. She's got the elite in the party behind her, but that doesn't mean she's going to win.
Thurber said the United States presidencies have shifted back and forth between the Republicans and Democrats in the last 30 years. Now, with 8 years of a Democrat in the White House, it's hard for Hillary to buck the trend.
Certainly, if it's Jeb Bush, he will be competitive because he's able, I think, to bring in the Latino vote in Florida and Colorado. And the election's basically going to be in 8 to 10 states, and those are two battleground states. If she loses those two battleground states, he's going to be very competitive.
Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush is yet to announce if he will seek the Republican nomination. Bush comes from a political family with a former president, father, and brother. While Clinton intends to draw on her wealth of experience as First Lady, U.S. Senator, and Secretary of State, the Republicans are labeling her tenure as one with a decades-long record of secrecy and scandal. The scandal that has followed Clinton includes a use of personal email account as Secretary of State, which was not allowed, unanswered questions over her handling of the 2012 attack on the U.S. consulate in Libya's Benghazi that killed a U.S. ambassador, and early controversies over Whitewater land development issues. But Thurber says it may not spell the end for Clinton.
She has to have a sense of humor about things that come up and admit that maybe she made a mistake and move on. American people appreciate that.
And there are other burning issues this presidential election.
Well, I think immigration is always an issue. Will they support an immigration bill that's a pathway to citizenship as well as security? The trade bill that's coming up right now, the so-called TPA, Trade Promotion Authority, which you pass before you go to TPP, which is a trade bill with China and Pacific Rim nations, very important to us and to Pacific Rim